Hi, my name is Ari.avi, and I am currently serving as the National FCCLA First Vice President, and I'm here to talk to you about etiquette and manners. When you sit down at the table, you need to put your napkin in your lap and reach over and get your menu and start looking and browsing through the menu at the different choices. It's important to keep in mind what your host is going to be ordering because you don't want to order something more expensive than what he or she orders. Now that my salad has arrived after I've ordered, I need to figure out which fork am I going to use. When choosing what silverware to use, you start with from the outside in. So this would be your salad fork. This is my dinner fork, and this is my dessert fork. Now, if you have a larger piece of lettuce or an onion, you use your knife and your fork to cut it. And you don't want to saw it, you just want to make smooth, clean cuts. And then you switch your hands with your fork and eat it. If you have to briefly leave the table for a moment and you're not done, you need to signal to your server not to take your plate by creating an X with your silverware. And that just means that you'll be returning to finish your food in a later time. If you are finished though, you need to place your silverware at the 11 o'clock position, as shown here. When you're finished with your soup, don't just leave your spoon in the bowl. Set it gracefully on the side of your dish and wait for your server to pick it up. When you're eating your entree and it needs to be cut, you need to cut it into small bite-sized pieces, 1 to 2 pieces at a time, by holding your fork in your left hand and your knife in your right. And once again, don't saw through your food. Gently slice through it. After you've cut your piece of food, you don't want to take your knife and stab it and put it into your mouth using your knife. You need to prop your knife up on your plate and take your fork and convey the food using your fork into your mouth. Many times you will be eating a sandwich or like a hamburger or grilled cheese, and if you need to put your condiments on it, you need to use your fork and your knife, kind of like chopsticks, to put it onto your entree. And then once you have what you want on your sandwich, put your bun on, or the top of it, and you need to cut it down the middle. And this is just an easier way to eat it. It's a cleaner way to eat it. When dining, you need to keep the conversation polite and appropriate. This means avoiding discussion about medical procedures or politics or family issues. You want to keep everything light and happy. Also, if you want to make small talk, be sure to ask lots of questions. After you finish dining, when your host puts their napkin in the middle of their table right here, that's signals to you to do the same. Gracious dining also includes a few simple guidelines, one of which is no cell phones at the table. It's very common to see people texting or on the phone during dinner. Dinner time is not time for your cell phone. If there is a circumstance where you do need to answer your cell phone, let your guests around you know and just quietly excuse yourself from the table to take the call or the message. Every dining situation is unique. Therefore, you need to tailor your manners to the situation. Don't be fixing your hair or your makeup at the table. This isn't the place to do it. If you need to do that sort of thing, excuse yourself politely from the table. Do the same thing if you have something in your teeth. Don't pick your teeth at the table. It's not polite. You need to, once again, excuse yourself and go to the restroom. Mealtime is an excellent opportunity for you to socialize as well as have fun. Now that you know these manners and you have your common sense, you are prepared to head down the road of officership.